I'm sorry, I got your last name wrong. Natalie Griffen.
Woo! There we go. So recently I came back to the city to work with my best friend. She is running for Congress. So I decided to write an op-ed about that. So that's what this is. It's my little side of the story. It's called Why I Dropped Everything to Help My Best Friend Run for Congress against Nancy Pelosi. Woo! All right. Everyone's like, we're fucked, but we're not because you. I'm yelling, almost. Agatha laughs. My best friend, Agatha Bachelard. Brazilian immigrant, Stanford engineer, quadrilingual, capital F, female powerhouse, Agatha Bachelard. 27-year-old political wonderkind running for Congress against Nancy Pelosi in 2020, Agatha Bachelard. Here she is, throwing clothes around her bedroom, looking for an outfit to wear to a young Democrats endorsement meeting in SF's Mission District. Here I am, trying to be a good hype man. Because you. The world needs more young, inspired politicians like you. You're about to crush this speech. Today's day one on Team Agatha. Just about a week prior, I decided to take a hiatus from my life as a screenwriter in Los Angeles to serve her campaign as a creative advisor. I help with speech writing, fundraising, honing her message. Who is Agatha? She's a sprightly, excitable new voice who wants environmental reform, immigrant justice, healthcare and education for all, and corporate money out of politics. It's my job to pull all of that into a punchy tagline so your eyes don't glaze over mid-list like they just did. I need to make it easy for you to think, as I do, yes, Agatha. Agatha. No, her name. Some backstory. Hi, I'm Natalie. Once upon a time, I played soccer at Stanford University, where I studied park design. That's where I met Agatha. We were in the same major. We first shared a class freshman year, a dorm the following year, and ever close made friendship since. Fast forward, post-grad, Agatha moves to a co-op off the Stanford campus and gets a job at Emerson Collective, a social justice organization where she spends her time meeting every kind of person, making mini documentaries, changing the world for the better every day. Meanwhile, I waffle from industry to industry. I start a check job, try fashion school, move to New York, find comedy, become a screenwriter, move to Los Angeles, where finally I find a permanent home. Agatha and I visit each other as often as we can, else support from afar. Texts, FaceTimes, phone calls. Until a few weeks ago in LA, it's over 90 degrees, again. I'm walking back from a coffee shop, sweating bullets, feeling like the world is going to end. Every day is the same day. Wake up, too hot, go to cafe, right, come home, make dinner, passively, eternally, floating while this heat swallows the planet whole. Mid-apocalyptic onset panic, I think, Agatha. A happy cloud in the midst of a cartoon desert heatstroke delirium, Agatha. My best friend is running for Congress in the most technologically inclined district in the United States, San Francisco. She told me so a few months back, and I responded with an enthusiastic, "You go, girl," but that is not enough. So I call her. I say, I want to join you. Let's do this together. By that, I mean, I want to help you save the world. I want to throw your name through every open window in San Francisco. I want to assure you that this is the most worthwhile endeavor of all endeavors. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm so in. How should I proceed? Step one, we decide I need to get my ass up to the Bay. Flight booked, onward. It's an inspiring thing, watching your best friend run for Congress against the toughest opponent in these 50 states. It's impossible, a 90-degree climb. And yet, I believe in her with my whole self. Why? Is she the next Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez? Like AOC, Agatha's young, impassioned, cares. But also, she's something else. Earthy, grounded. Agatha is special. I'm biased, but I'm right. I cannot reiterate enough. Know her name. Team Agatha, week 1. I watched Agatha give a speech at a town hall. I accompanied her to a summit of inspired young climate change activists called the Sunrise Movement, and made peanut sauce for a dinner party in the back patio of her apartment. She surrounds me with a rainbow of people. I feel inspired. I feel awake. I remember I like people. I ask her a lot of questions. Why are you running? Why do you think you'd best represent this district? Who most inspires you? I remind her of her answers. Remember why you're running. Remember why you're the best. Remember Brian Stevenson, MLK, AOC, and all those youth activists you told me inspire you. Her boyfriend Paul hosts a small get-together of Y Combinator startup founders at his apartment, where Agatha explains at length her desire to bring government up to speed with the breakneck pace of the tech industry. We cheers beers to the necessity of having younger generations represented in Congress for that very reason. This feels, in my bones, like the carbonated bubbling of revolution. A pebble dropped in water, rings expanding outward from Paul's apartment. If there's one thing we can all agree on, it's that politics are dire. Dark, drab, dry as burnt steak, and just as impossible to chew. Until Agatha, I bristled at the thought of being politically involved. Fear, sure, is what drove me to move to do something. Fear of a future full of guns, global warming, wealth disparity, bigotry, violence, overpopulation, anxiety onset by too many things to do and not enough time to do them, and the constant reminder that all of the people empowered enough to change anything are bad and men and old and don't care to do the too many things that need to be done because they are going to die before all the bad things happen. You feel me? But it's the hope of Agatha's campaign that makes me stay. This ain't no cotton soft, cheap, campfire kumbaya, I sure hope things get better hope. It's a robust, bold, fact-backed optimism that emanates from Agatha herself. A new kind of winner's mindset. If she wins, we wins. At the Sunrise Movement Summit I attended with Agatha, one of the group's speakers rose a point that stuck with me. He said, so often, politicians speak about the future preventatively. If we don't act, the world will end. People will die. We're all maybe screwed. It's paralyzing. To me, Agatha's a light in this sea of dark. She's respectful of the generations who've preceded her, including Pelosi herself. Her campaign runs on this regenerative, inspired energy of what could happen if we work together. Change is a tangible thing. Agatha has brought that down from the sky onto the skin of my hands. Here I am, supposed to be condensing all these feelings, issues, experiences into a single sentence. So TLDR, yes, Agatha. That's it.